So I've actually got my daisy bike ready. I'm going to venture out and ride to Coolangatta Beach today. And I think it's about a 25-minute bike ride from my new home. So my first bike ride. Let's go. Heading to Coolangatta Beach, hopefully. This is a little unfamiliar, but that's what it's all about, isn't it? Exploring. And it's a beautiful day for it. Right in the background there is Mount Warning. I can't recall the Aboriginal name for it now, but I climbed that mountain twice, and at the tip, at the top of it, are chains to pull you up. It's forbidden now to climb it. It's protected, sacred Aboriginal land.
I sit by the window trying to feel your pulse. New York's cold breath whispers against the glass, but the city sings on Clinton Street, a melody that echoes the life we've passed. They say you found a quiet place, a house rising from the desert's embrace, where sand and sky stretch endlessly wide. But I wonder if you've left something behind, a trace of the warmth that once lit your eyes. In the silence of the dunes, do you hear?
Surfers paradise in the background there. Coolangatta Beach. We made it in one piece. Daisy and I. Very windy. Cheers! Happy Sunday! Call her Daisy because she's got daisies out of the basket. It's a bit of a dead giveaway. There's a beautiful path to the beach there, Coolangatta, quite a famous beach. And I'm still trying to pinch myself right now. Like it just feels so surreal, my new life. And I have been able to ride from my little unit down here to the beach, and it's taken me about 25 minutes flat ride And I can actually ride all the way down this path to Currumbin, which is probably about 14 k's or something like that, maybe a little less. And there's not a cloud in the sky. I am just in my absolute happiness, and the beach is my happy place. And so I just want to reflect and express my gratitude for how I was able to kind of put it out there to the universe. And my beautiful son then did some research and sent me a link, found my little place, and the angels were at work. And now I have a home for 6 months, hopefully longer, but it is what it is, and what will be will be. But I'm just being in the moment, and I'm just enjoying the journey and being grateful every single minute for this incredible gift. You know, over the coming next few months, I really want to talk about gratitude and the phenomenal health benefits of gratitude, and I want to share more about the global gratitude chain that I've created, which is a global project. And I want to get my subscribers on board this chain, and I want the community to be part of this amazing event, because we're going for a Guinness World Record, and we want this chain to be the longest chain in the world. So more about that will be coming, and you'll be able to see the chain. You'll be able to see the boxes of chain that I actually have now in my unit that were in storage for a little while, and then in my daughter's garage, and now with me, back with me again. So I'm going to get amongst it all and really show you the impact this chain has on this global movement of just stopping and taking a mindful moment to be grateful for something that you have in your life, and writing it down on a link, and connecting sisters and brothers side by side on this chain. You know, every day we're faced with challenges, small, large, sometimes overwhelming. And I've spoken about this before, you know, what I teach on stage, which is the equation of life, and our response to our challenges and adversity. And it's E plus R equals O. So the E is the event, the circumstance, the challenge, the adversity. The R is our response to the event, which equals the O, our outcome. So the power in the equation of life is in the R. It's how we respond to the event that creates our outcome. And this is where we have control over it. So we often don't have control over the adversity and the challenges and the event. However, we do have control over our response to that. To give you an example, being in heavy traffic and having to get somewhere in a hurry, we have very little control over the event, which is the traffic jam, what I like to call a car park on a highway, or a car park on the M1 on the Gold Coast. But how we respond to that traffic jam creates our outcome. So if we get stressed and aggressive, then the outcome will be our anxiety will rise, our cortisol levels will rise in our body, which creates inflammation and creates disease, and it's not really a good way to live. Potentially it can cause road rage and all kinds of escalations. Whereas if we respond by accepting the situation and making the most of that time, regardless of the fact we're going to be late for an appointment or late for work. There's very little we can do about that, but how we respond is where we have the control. So if we respond with peace and gratitude for being safe and still being able to breathe and drive a car, there's so many things we can be grateful for while we're stuck in traffic. We can turn on some of our favourite music and listen to that, which will improve our mental health in that place. We can turn on a favourite podcast and listen to that. We can learn something, maybe a new skill while we're waiting. So utilising the time, we can make maybe a hands-free phone call and chat with somebody that we haven't spoken to for a while. So our response to that event creates our outcome. And I know that when I was vanlifing for 2 years, solo, at the beginning of that event, it was very hard to find a place of gratitude, because I felt like my friend had let me down, that I'd worked for 3 years for nothing, and now I thought I had this $100,000 that was gone forever. And it's easy to sit in a place of shame, like victim mentality, and feel sorry for myself. But as time went on, I actually realised that it was an incredible gift, because it allowed me to step out of my comfort zone and drive away, literally, in Van Halen and experience the amazing adventures that I did. It was incredibly liberating and empowering. Had I not gone through that experience, I would not have maybe had those adventures and learnt the lessons I learned, and also developed the resilience and felt that sense of liberation, freedom that I had. So now I choose to look back on that time, and I am grateful for it. And I think we can look every day at things we can be grateful for. You know, the sun, our health, our family, our friends, perhaps our work, the fact that we can drive, or we can walk, or we can share and express ourselves to people that care about us. There's so many things we can be grateful for in our life. And I really encourage you to wake up each day and just practice a moment of gratitude and think about the things that you are grateful for in your life. And today I just want to say I'm really grateful for you. Grateful that you've come on this journey with me, and that I've flipped it on its head, gone from van life, living solo, stealth camping, working, living in a van, to now moving into a house. And I'm looking forward to all of the adventures they're going to have in Van Halen on the sideline. And I'm really grateful you're coming on that journey with me. So thank you so much. I'm grateful to you. Hey, I have just come back from my bike ride. I'm almost home, and I noticed that there's this radio station, which is 97, Radio 97. It's a Tweed Northern Rivers radio station. So I've just gone in there to ask for an interview, radio interview, on my keynote speaking on domestic violence, bullying, and also on my Resilient Rockstar show, which I take into schools to empower kids to stand up to bullying in a positive way. I've given my card, and I'm hoping that they will give me a call and I'll get a radio interview. So, fingers crossed.